Today is May 20th, 2011, Friday. Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Henry Wei, 1982. Heaven is eternal, earth is durable. The reason why they are eternal and durable is that they do not exist for themselves. This is why they can long endure. Therefore, the sage, putting himself behind, finds himself in front, and placing himself beyond his concern, finds himself well preserved. Is this not because he is unselfish? For the very reason that he is unselfish, he is able to find self-fulfillment. Tao Te Ching 7, translated by John C.H. Wu, 1939. Heaven lasts long, and earth abides. What is the secret of their durability? Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they can live so long? Therefore, the sage wants to remain behind, but finds himself at the head of others, reckons himself out, but finds himself safe and secure. Is it not because he is selfless that his self is realized? Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Keith H. Seddon, 2006. Heaven is eternal, and earth everlasting. They are eternal and everlasting because they do not exist for themselves, and thus they last forever. This is why the sage puts himself last, yet stays out ahead. He forgets himself and is thus preserved. Is this not because, being selfless, he will thereby be fulfilled? Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Yi Wu, 1989. Heaven is eternal, and earth is everlasting. The reason they can last forever is because they do not live for themselves. So, they can live long. Therefore, the sage places himself behind, but actually he goes ahead, neglects himself, but actually preserves himself. Is it not because he has no self that his self is realized? Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Herrymon, Maurer, 1985. Heaven abides, earth lasts. They last and abide by not living for themselves. Hence, they live forever. Therefore, the sage puts himself last, finds himself first, abandons his self, preserves his self. Is it not because he has no self that he is able to realize his self? Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Poong, 2003. Heaven and earth are everlasting. The reason why they are everlasting is that they do not live for themselves. That is why they can live long. Therefore, the sage puts himself last, and finds himself first. He leaves himself out, and finds himself preserved. Is it not because he is selfless that he can fulfill himself? Tao Te Ching 7, translated by Sanderson, Beck, 1996. Heaven is eternal, and the earth is very old. They can be eternal and long-lasting because they do not exist for themselves. And for this reason, they can long endure. Therefore, the wise put themselves last, but find themselves foremost. They are indifferent to themselves, and yet they always remain. Is it not because they do not live for themselves that they find themselves fulfilled?